Meanwhile, in news overseas, congressional negotiators say they have agreed in principle to avert a shutdown of the U.S. government just weeks after a month-long shutdown that suspended many functions of government. In El Paso, Texas, on Monday night, President Donald Trump repeated his demand for a wall on the southern border, a sticking point in the talks. Michael Sullivan reports that as Washington debates illegal immigration, a surge in asylum seekers gathering at the border has divided Congress.
Trump says the issue is crime. He compared the murder rates on both sides of the border where he spoke.
Last year, Juarez had 1,200 murders. El Paso, right next door, a few feet away, had 23 murders. That's not good either. But 23 compared to 1,200.
He says a wall has kept El Paso safe, something El Paso's mayor has disputed.
We were safe before.
Trump says criminals are among those fleeing northward, and his administration has begun forcing asylum seekers to wait in Mexico until their cases can be heard. But the flow of migrants has continued. On the Pacific coast, 24 shelters in Tijuana, Mexico, house the migrants, including Haitians who have been living in Venezuela and are fleeing the chaos there. It's straining the Mexican city's resources, says a charity aid worker.
If we combine all the ones that are deportees, displaced Mexicans, the Central Americans, and Haitians, and the Africans that are also arriving, it's hard to provide them a place to stay.
Trump's demand for a wall has been implemented on sections of the border south of San Diego. It's a slotted barrier more than 5 meters high.
That is see-through, something that San Diego hasn't had a lot of. So for Border Patrol agents to be actually able to see what is on the south side, what's going on, we were able to be more situationally aware.
She says the new wall can prevent the kind of breach that happened in November on a section that had not been upgraded. In Washington, Republicans and Democrats are working to craft a compromise. In Tijuana and other Mexican border cities, asylum seekers wait and hope.
Beyond the headlines,
it's news with a different perspective.
Before the day ends,
for events that shape our views and impacts the world around us.
We keep you up to speed.
With Richmond Cruz and Charms Espina. PTV News Headlines, your comprehensive nightly news source, only here.